going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video. I just got back from a trip to the Bay Area, and let me tell you how incredible it was. Truly life-changing it was. And you know what? It was so good that I want to move there. That's how amazing it was. And while the experience was so indescribable, my gosh, it was a great weekend. I want to remember this moment. I want to document it and share it with all of you. And maybe also share some wisdom around friendship and meaning of life and things like that. So that's today's video. First, let's talk about how everything Trader Joe's does is the most excellent. Like, how is this watermelon so freaking good? And as I have this watermelon, let's also talk about the fact that Kehlani has blessed us with a brand new video as I was getting on the plane to the Bay. As soon as I got off that plane, you know, that was the first thing I did. And you know what? I've been watching it like repeatedly so many times. What a great song, but also a great video. I was with my man last night. I hate that you ain't your best friend. Na, 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 na. I hate that you ain't your best friend. Come through! Let's go! Alright, everybody, so before I get started, I just wanted to take some time to thank everybody for your support from my first video. It seems like it landed really well. And honestly, thank you so much for just sitting there on your Friday nights and just listening to me talk for 20 minutes. I'm just really thankful that you want to hear about my life, and some of you really resonated and connected with the message of the story and stuff. So really appreciate everybody's time. Thank you so much. For this video, I wanted to talk about the weekend that I had, because not only was it just so dope, but it was so meaningful, so life-changing for me. And the reason why I keep saying that it was so life-changing is because this is the first time that I felt as though... Oh my god, let me just make sure my mic is on. Hold on a second. I want to keep these videos really raw because I'm new to this equipment that I'm using, so whatever. This was truly, wholeheartedly, genuinely, holistically the first time I felt at home in California. I've been in Cali for 4 years, and to be honest, I've been going through this phase recently where I was about to give up this sense of feeling at home. I thought maybe home is only back in Queens, maybe home is only back in Philly, Penn State area where all of my friends are, DMV area, like where all of my friends are. I thought that home can only be in the East Coast, and still at the same time I was starting to wonder, is it home for me? Is the East Coast home for me? And so then I started to navigate, like, why am I staying in the West Coast then? It always comes down to, well, I busted my ass to get here, so yeah, I'm gonna wanna stick around as much as possible. This trip to San Francisco was happening because our friend was getting married. We planned it out and we said, when we get to San Francisco, we know mad people. So we said, we're gonna stop here, we're gonna sleep here, we're gonna stop there, we're gonna sleep there, we're gonna stop here, and we'll sleep there. And throughout these stops, we'll see people and try to really spend quality time with these people, because most of them are our clients through the program called Relating Between the Lines, where we have really deep conversations and increase our interpersonal skills. That is a plug. I don't care. It's my channel. It is a plug. We have had all these really personal conversations and have never met them in person. And so this was our first chance. And so we did. I met 5. I've met 5 people who mean so much to me throughout these conversations throughout 2020 and 2021. And I've met 5 people in real life. And you know what I think is so funny? Whenever fire trucks go by and all the dogs start howling. I think that's so funny. I met 5 people in real life over this weekend. And oh, how do I describe it? It just felt... I can't even say it felt right. I feel so complete. And one of our clients / friends have said it best. She said, hanging out felt like coming home. And that was exactly it. But I also want to talk about the other moments of the trip too. So I have this one friend in San Francisco. She just moved there in the past year during the pandemic, and she moved there across the country, and we went to college together. We've been best friends for over 10 years. It was so cool to see her and visit her and be with her and meet her neighbors. All the neighbors happen to be around the same age too, and they're such great people. They're also so hilarious, and they all have these really freaking cute dogs. It's not even just a community, they have their little courtyard family there, and I'm just so happy to see other people seeing the magic and light of my friend, the friend that I've loved for so long. She's so amazing. She's known me since before my mom passed away. She's known me since before I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. She was there for me when I was diagnosed. She spent the night with me at the hospital. We have gone through so much of life together, and to just see her in this chapter of her life, and I'm just, watching her be in her little Zoom meetings, and I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Everything they were talking about, I was like, how do you know how to do that? Like, I don't even understand what the problem is that they're trying to solve, but like, how do you know how to do that? Because I don't even think that you're speaking English right now. But the other part about this is that watching her hang out with my friends that I made in the West Coast, we were at dinner and we were just sitting around, and I'm just like soaking it all in, and I'm panning the room, looking around, and I'm like, man, everyone I love is in this table right now. You put together one person who has known me before any of this, and before any of who I am today. You take a best friend from 10 years ago, and you take new friends who know me as who I am now, and still we are building our lives together. We're breaking generational cycles together. We're doing business together. Like, we're growing together in so many ways, and you put them in one table and watching I'm about to cry again right now. Oh my god, I'm so tired of crying. You put them in one table, and they're just like, not just getting along, but like they're able to make each other laugh. And I think that's such a precious little moment, and just kind of having conversations and getting to know each other. And it was just like such a huge deal to me, because my friends are my life. Seeing our friend get married was really wholesome. It was so amazing. I don't think I've ever actually been at like such an intentional wedding, watching them pray together. And they pray for a long time too. And if you think about it, it's like, yeah, you're devoting your life to one person, and also you're about to create a whole future together. You're about to unfold God's plans for you together. And like, why wouldn't we want protection over that? Why wouldn't we want well wishes over that? Why wouldn't we want blessings and God's guidance over that? Like, why wouldn't we? And watching them pray together, I was just like, wow, that was powerful. We met up with another homie who we hadn't seen in real life, IRL, but man, we hung out at his I keep saying joint, why do I talk like this? But we were hanging out at his joint. The one thing that really stuck out with him was about the conversation of what it looks like to grieve, going through the grieving process. He watched my previous video, and we talked a little bit more about my grieving process and what that looks like with my mom. But because his experience is a little bit newer, even though, does it ever get old? Like, do we ever just like get over grieving? No, it still seems like it all happened yesterday. Just really made me realize, like, I do want to talk more about grieving. I think that it does need to be talked about more, because when people don't go through the process of grieving, some people don't know how to show up for somebody who is grieving. And grieving, to be honest, is a very lonely experience. I'm just gonna say it. That's actually gonna be my next video. And then on Sunday, we met 3 people in real life, and they are also people from the same program that we're running now. It just felt so right. It just felt, you know what? It's not always about how long you've known each other. I believe, because I've seen and experienced, that when it comes to friendships, like, each person serves a different kind of purpose and different kind of chapters. I have this whole theory around it, which will be a whole different video. Whether it's about the length of the friendship, or whether it's about like the gravity, the weight, the quality of the friendship, it could be one of the same, or like the deeper friendship could be actually deeper because you go through life together where it's just so heavy. And I don't know, I feel like I've just been cruising through my experience of LA. I feel like San Diego, it was an okay experience for me. LA so far has been like just okay too. Like, I kind of figured that this is the way that life is gonna be. And you know, like when people say home is where the heart is, I used to hate that saying, and I used to like not even connect with it. And I used to say like, whoever made that shit up, like whoever started saying that shit has never been homeless. Like, what the fuck you mean like home is where the heart is? It's like home is where a lot of things are. And another thing that I've noticed about myself is that I am kind of taking notes on where my escape routes are. Do I have options of escaping? Basically, that's because like when life happens, okay, my friends, like y'all, like you have your parents' home to go to. I do not. You break up with a homie, like you got there's a room waiting for you at your parents' house. I do not. And you know, friends have always said, you know, you can always crash here, you know, I got you, like da da da. And I know that my friends mean that. I know they mean it when they say that. I know I have those options. But because I'm constantly operating out of like, oh, all my friends are in the East Coast, that means I gotta get a whole fucking like plane ticket and like da 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 da, figure all that out. Like, I thought it was so complicated, and I thought it was just so far reach away. And that's not to concern you. That's not to say like, oh, is Jiggy like sending us a message right now? Like, is she trying to say something right now and we should pick it up? Like, no, I'm fine. Everything is okay. I'm just saying that it's just nice to know that I have these options in case something happens. And, you know, this is the first time that I was just like, wow, I have several areas I can be at and feel safe and welcomed. Again, not to say that that's not the fact with my friends on the East Coast. It's just that like, that's just, oh my God, who wants to think that far? Who wants to think that much when you're going through trauma? No one. So, man, when people talk about like friends being your chosen family, like when people talk about chosen families, like, wow, it's so real. Coming back from the trip, I realized everything really is okay. And if things weren't okay, things will still be okay. There are people who love me, there are people who want to help me, there are people who want to do life with me and thrive with me, and I don't need to be out here so much depending on another person, another thing. The world isn't so small, opportunities aren't so small. What's in front of us, the environment around us, it doesn't have to stay the way that it is. Like, you want a better life? You want to live in a place with a better air quality? You want to live in a place where it kind of looks better and smells better? Like, it's all good, it's all possible. There are so many other things that I'm taking away from this trip, but I think I feel a sense of relief knowing that mom can be gone, dad can be in Korea, and my brother can be doing whatever the damn thing he's doing, and I can feel like disconnected from my blood family a little bit. But long story short, dude, like, I got family, and I don't need to feel as though I'm stuck in my traumas. I don't need to feel as though I'm stuck anywhere in any situation. Something happens, I have options. Something happens, I got family. Oh, man. Wow, I'm so fucking lucky, dude. Like, if I have some really brilliant people in my life, who the fuck am I? Sometimes I think, like, who the fuck am I to be friends with all these like brilliant people? And they think I'm brilliant. Shout outs to Steph. We talked about this, and she said that our brilliance isn't so much in like our education, where we get our education from, versus like how much are we in tune and in line with like our passion. Wow, I'm lucky. I'm so lucky. Anyways, what I hope for you to take away from this video is to maybe like evaluate the people in your life, and are they congruent with who you truly authentically are, and are they also congruent with your passion or your purpose or what you aspire to be in life. And that's not to say like, oh, be around other beasts, you gotta be a wolf amongst other wolves. Like, that's not what the fuck I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, like, look at your people. Do you feel full? Like, do you feel love there? Do you feel seen? Yeah, you can grind together. Yeah, you can stay up all night, whatever together. Are you doing life together? Are you cultivating love together? Are you having deep, meaningful relationships and conversations together? Is it meaningful to you? And I think that some people just like don't even know what that looks like, or think that it doesn't exist, or that it's only in movies. But human connection is so real, and I wonder if you feel it. I wonder if you feel authentically yourself in your friend groups and in your conversations. If not, do you seek it? Do you want it? And if so, where do you think those people live? Is it in the gym? Is it in the academy? Is it in whatever kind of workplace you're at? Or is it in relating between the lines? Who knows? I think it's important to evaluate. I wouldn't want anybody to just go by life thinking that deep, meaningful relationships, that's for like me and God and that's it. No, people who like hold space and you can show up as your human self. Not you the grinder, not you the hustler, not you the athlete, not you the XYZ, but like you. Alright everybody, that's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Just like I said, next video is going to be about grieving. And there are a lot of different kinds of grieving, and there's different types of grieving. But the one thing that I want to talk about in the next video is going to be the grieving of the loss of a loved one. So we can grieve losing a home. We can grieve losing a working pancreas. We can grieve a lot of different things. We can grieve losing relationships, but the next one is going to be about grieving the loss of a loved one. And so that's it, that's all. Set the clock on the wall, just like my speaking coach says. And thank you so much. Like, subscribe, comment, share, do your thing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.